Hey everybody, it's Cassie Rainey. I wanted to come and do a quick little video and talk about something that you're going to hear often within Plexus and network marketing in general. It's what we call your why. So what that is, when we talk about, it's one of the very first things that we're going to talk about, get you to really dig deep and find your why, your reason for Plexus, your reason for going beyond obstacles that present themselves, for pushing past your fears, for getting out of your comfort zone. A lot of times, if you can really dig deep, you are going to be able to, you're going to see a lot of reasons, a lot of things that you want. A lot of times, if you kind of peel away those layers of the onion, you're going to come down to one main thing that you want. And that is what we call your why. It's the thing that is going to drive you. It's the thing that's going to, a lot of times, bring you to tears when you start to visualize or start to really ponder on. So, for some people, that can be health. Your why is that you are desperate for health, for the energy to take care of your children, for the ability to get up off the couch, because your health has kept you there and kept you from a life of living. For other people, it can be this this financial freedom that we all see the potential of when we look at with Plexus. Financial freedom, getting out of debt. It's a big one for people, because debt is chains of slavery and bondage that so many of us are struggling under, to get out from under. So is it to erase that debt and to have freedom? Okay. Other people, it can be getting to stay at home with your children. That in order to survive and to pay bills, you've had to work, and your heart is at home. And so maybe that's your why. Maybe it's to stay at home. Maybe it's to retire your husband. My personal one, my husband works 2 full-time jobs. And my why from the very beginning, I've actually had a couple, but for me, my personal why was to get my husband to take the relief, the financial burden off of my husband, so that he could quit his second job and that he could just work his one job, which is his passion and his calling in life. But that he would not have to just work for a paycheck to support our family. And he's amazing, and he has sacrificed that time, but I want him home. We want him home so that he can be where his heart is. And my other why, one of the biggest driving forces, is the adoption of my children. We have adopted 2 children. And Plexus, when I began Plexus, we had just started our second adoption, and we're looking at about $37,000 to $38,000 of expenses in front of us. So my why, my passion, was to build this business so that I could bring home my daughter, and that is what drove me daily. So for me, it was those 2 things, and my why has changed a little bit over the months as we just completed our adoption, and we're looking for some different things now. But I want you to dig deep. Want you to get to that place where you know and you can visualize what your deepest longing is. Plexus can provide freedom, can provide health, and it can provide freedom. Now, money doesn't buy happiness, but it sure can buy freedom, and that is what we're after. And so I want you to be thinking about that. I want you to really spend some time and some introspective thinking on what your why is. I'm going to encourage you, I'm going to challenge you to actually be very bold and to either write it down or to make a video, like how I just shared that. Make a video about it. You can send it to your upline, you can send it to me, you can send it and you can post it on your Facebook. It's declaring, when you say out loud, this is my why, people can can relate to that. Being vulnerable, being honest, where you're at, what you want out of this life. So I'm encouraging you to do that, to be bold and declare that why. Now, the second part of the challenge that I'm going to ask you to do is to make a dream board. And when I got into Plexus, I did not have a lot of experience with kind of diving into my why. I was not a big goal setter. I was not a planner. I really was not a dreamer. More of a just kind of fly by the seat of your pants kind of person. But I was encouraged myself to make a dream board. And it was kind of a hard exercise for me to really allow myself the freedom of dreaming and allow myself to go there, to think, okay, what do I want? If there were no bars, if there were no holds on my future, what would I want that to look like? So started kind of talking. My husband and I did it together. We talked together late one night, and we came up with a visualization of our dreams. And what we did, I went to the store. I got a cork board so that I could just pin up some pictures, some visualizations of that. But honestly, you could do, you can use a poster board. I've seen people make digital versions of it, and I encourage you to make an actual hard copy so that you can hang it up on your wall where you can see it. There's all kinds of ways to do it. So honestly, what it is dreaming up your dreams, allowing yourself to think about if there were no holds in this life, nothing holding you back. What do you want? What do you want? What are your whys? And then take visual representations of that and put them up on a board, okay? That is, the purpose of that is to keep your dreams in front of your eyes so that when you hit the valleys, you hit obstacles, you are going to push through because you can see it. So our mind, the way our brain operates, is simply like a computer. Okay, all you do is you input information. Your brain takes that information and as truth. Okay, so if you are putting in your dreams and you're seeing and visualizing your dreams, you're inputting that into your brain. Your brain is going to see that, and subconsciously, you're going to begin working for that. So dream boards are phenomenal. So on mine, I have some different things. I have a picture, of retiring my husband. I have a picture of Kona, Hawaii, because that is one of my goals for when I hit the rank of Emerald, that I will get to go to Kona, Hawaii with my husband. One of mine is to get to hire someone to help me clean my home and manage my home. We're so close to hitting that. I'm so excited. So it's those kinds of things that, what if I dream about it, what is that going to look like? One of mine is a home that we are planning on building for our large number of children. We have 7 children, and so we want to be able to build a home that is going to give our family and our children what they need. Another one, a fun one for me, is a picture of a horse. I grew up in the country, and I had horses growing up, and that has always been something I desperately have wanted, is land, some acreage, and the ability to have a horse. And so it's those kinds of things that just get you excited. So challenges are to state your why. Figure that out. Find out what that is. State your why. Write it down. Post it. I would so encourage you to do it on your public Facebook wall, but also share that with your uplines so that they can know how to be praying for you and know how to support you. Because when we know your deepest, you're really the thing that's driving you, we can be behind you and supporting you and encouraging you because we know what's at stake. We know what you're dreaming about. I'm going to encourage you to do that, and then I'm going to encourage you to make your dream board and post that somewhere that you're going to see every single day. I have mine in my bedroom. I thought it was a little awkward at first to kind of put our dreams up on a wall in our bedroom, but can I tell you, I see that every single morning when I get dressed, and I remember what I'm working towards and how incredible it feels to reach those goals. I've reached several of them already, And I know that this coming year, lots more are going to be accomplished. And then I get to dream new goals. So it's very, very exciting. So that is that's why we dig deep and find our why. So excited to see yours and see your dreams.